Welcome to more Dirty Endurance Racing League specialtating. Today we're at the world famous Nürburgring Nordschleifen just call it Nürb. It's in Germany and it's dangerous and it's fast. This track has accounted for more injuries and wrecks and big old stuff than pretty much any other track on earth, I'm pretty sure. And there's nothing better to race around the world's most dangerous track than some big old SUVs and minivans. These have 400 horsepower and 1,700 kilograms. That's some big power and some big weight to be going around this big track. And speaking of big track, the last lap has already started. These laps are about 7.5 to 8 minutes, and so far, it's about halfway through the last lap. As of now, Kartan Tree's in the lead, but now he's not. That was a heck of a pass, and now he's back in the lead. That was almost a dive bomb that worked there, but Kartan Tree held it there, and he's still in the lead as of now, but everybody's right on his back bumper trying to catch him. As of now, Kartan Tree's in the lead, ERE Fan 97's in second, and the R Contender is in third. Right there is an Infiniti, and in the 2 liters are in some Audi Pikes Peak Quattros. Those are some heavy vehicles to be going around this track, and you see in a minute, probably, there's going to be a Honda Odyssey coming up this field. This was originally supposed to be an SUV race, but people wanted to use their Honda Odyssey, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with sporting your white vans, and that's always a good thing when people are back at it again with their white vans. And here we go with the Honda Odyssey there. It's trucking through the field, and it's vaniness there, and as of now, Kartan Tree is fighting for his life to keep the lead with the Audi Pikes Peaks up here. The Audi Pikes Peaks have generally been the fastest this race, but with boost on, this can still be anyone's race. Might not necessarily be an Audi Pikes Peak to win, but those are the best cars from what it's looking like. As of now, Kartan Tree's in the lead, and ERE Fan 97 sliding there, trying to keep second place, but it's tough driving these cars around the Nürburgring. If you get even one tire off the track here, you're liable to spin out. Most tracks are more lenient, but the Nürburgring will try to kill you any chance it gets. One thing that does help these cars, though, is they're heavy and they're 4-wheel drive, so they're fairly stable, but still, stable around the Nürburgring is unstable around pretty much any other track. But as of now, pretty much the whole pack's catching up to Kartan Tree here. He's trying to keep the lead, but he's off the track there and almost spins it, but he saves it, and everybody's right on him now. I don't know if he can keep the lead, but this is some close racing. As of now, he's fighting for the lead. ERE Fan is on his back bumper, and our contender's on ERE Fan 97's back bumper. And, well, that caused a wreck. That's not too surprising. One by one off here in the pack at Nürburgring. That's a wreck waiting to happen, and, well, it did. But all 3 of them recovered pretty well, and as of now, our contender's in the lead. They're about to go on to the backstretch here, get up to some high speeds. Doesn't really matter all that much what happens on the backstretch. It matters how good they get off the backstretch. On the backstretch with boost on and draft on strong, everybody end up catching up into the big pack. It's whoever gets the best run in the turns after the backstretch is who generally wins the race. We'll see who that ends up being, but as of now, our contender and ERE Fan 97 are broken away from the main pack, and they're up bump drafting each other, but the whole pack behind them starting to get in drafting formation too to catch up. With boost on, they will probably catch up, and this will make a huge pack going around the final turn. It's always scary when you get a huge pack of heavy vehicles going around to the final turn at the most dangerous track in the world, and I guarantee there's going to be a huge wreck here. But let's see if anybody can capitalize on it and get our contender out of the lead. I don't know. He's already out of the lead, it looks like, and JK Racing's in the lead for a minute, but he just wrecked, so he'll probably get past him. But look at that, Kartan Tree makes it out of there. He came out of nowhere. I didn't even see him in the top view until he ended up winning the race. Let's go back here and see how he came up through the field there to win that. That was some competitive action there. As of now, he's in 7th place going down the backstretch. He getting some high speeds here, drafting in the big pack here, over 175 miles an hour. That's some speed right yonder, and he's pushing the cars in front of him here, and he'll probably try to pass here in a minute, I assume. As of now, he's part of this big pack here. The big pack has formed all 7 vehicles here, and they're guaranteed to wreck, and they start to wreck here, and as Kartan Tree shakes and bakes and shooks and books the field, and he ends up taking the lead. He pushes the people at the right time, and nobody ends up pushing him, so Cards Fan 3 plays his cards right and wins the race. Had some exciting racing there for the Dirty Endurance Racing League. There'll be some more exciting racing to come every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Dirty Endurance Racing League, the best dirty league out there. Yeehaw!